Today is October 17th, 2023. It is the 2023 years after our Lord Jesus Christ. That's that. Now here's something that's very, very fascinating. It is so fascinating. I'm just looking at Google here, okay? And whatever's happening to the outside world, it's happening. It's happening, whatever is happening, okay? Here's the very, very interesting area of interest, which is, I'm looking here. Look at that. So I'm looking at this area right there. Right there is the area of interest. Here's another area of interest. Here's another area of interest. Now, granted that the respectability of certain regions are not 100% accurate. However, there are areas where certain uh, certain conditions occur, right? Right here. Look at that right there. Okay. I feel like that guy who is on PBS with a frizzy hair, who's painting landscapes. Anyway, so here here is another area of very interesting interest right there. Okay, what kind of clues can I have uh, looking at this area? So this is very interesting. This is another area. So I saw this chat with traders interview with this Gans trader, and he apparently he was communicating with this one other person at a party or something, and he says, I can never see what the market is doing. And then this guy who uses Gans method says, well, I see it everywhere. You missed this point. So in the past, I also missed these points. What are the significance of these points is, so here's another one right there. After the fact, it started to make sense, right? So this line, which is essentially what is that, days open, I think? A previous day's close, okay, that's previous day's close. So it comes here, here's another area, here's another area, here's another area. So there's essentially representing a wedge. Here's another area right there. See that? So if I look at here, this is a very, very fascinating uh, thing right there. So if I look here, here it is. It's representing a wedge, and it's moving up, which means it's most likely bullish, right? It's bullish. Look at the wedge right there. So there is a probability that it's going to pop through this resistance at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the 6th it went up. And then as it went up, it crossed this point of previous day's high. And as it did that, there's got to be a moment of thought in my mind, thinking, okay, it has eclipsed yesterday's high, which means that the people who bought yesterday will most likely attempt to sell because they finally achieved a level where they have held it overnight. They were losing money, and then now they have the opportunity to sell. And so there's probably like people clamoring to get out of here, right? So here it achieves what's called a double arm, a double shoulder, head and shoulders, right there, right there. You see that? That means lower high, and when it reached this point and when it broke through, there's a high probability that this is going to reach back down. And where is it going to bounce back up? Usually there is uh, in this case, it did not reach the previous day's, what is that? Um, it's today's open, I think. It's open, right? It's the day's open. That's the day's opening price, right? And so what it did was, this is the VWAP, and it's bouncing off of that VWAP. Boom, right up. And then it goes to the previous day's high and bounces right back down. And then it hits right here, and then it bounces back up. It's just, there's so many areas that can be traded with a specific stop loss that says, okay, if it does not respect this particular area of interest, then there could be something else that would be interested by the market. And look at all the trading areas that I could have done right here. I mean, this is something that is very interesting because it's outside of the range of the previous day's trading range. And this little candle formation should have given me some clues of what to expect, as well as this right there, in between these two areas. And then right here, look at that, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like quadruple top right there. And then it started to come back down. Fascinating.